Hello dear students, how are you all? I wish always be well. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a new chapter, gravitation. Okay, so are you ready to study it? Okay, then be ready with your pen and copy and let's start it. So what are the topics which we are going to study in this chapter? Those topics are introduction regarding gravitation, gravity, acceleration due to gravity. First of all, we'll understand about the acceleration due to gravity, little explanation for that. After that, we will discuss about acceleration due to gravity at certain altitude and also in depth. Then gravitational potential energy and gravitational potential, space velocity, orbital velocity, satellites and their properties, and finally weightlessness. So these are the topics which we have to study under this chapter. Okay, so let's start it. Okay, so I am going to start with this topic, gravitation. So what is gravitation? So you have studied in class 9th also little bit about it, that what is gravitation. So gravitation is simply the force of attraction between any two bodies in universe. Okay, if there are two bodies like two heavenly bodies, two satellites, two planets or sun and planet, so any body in universe, anybody like me and you or these two markers, anybody in universe have force of attraction between them. That force of attraction is called gravitation. So what we call gravitation? Gravitation, so in definition what you will write? You will write it is a force of attraction. Gravitation is a force of attraction which act between the two bodies, okay, and which is directly proportional to the, I will write the law also. So what is gravitation? Simple. It is a type of force. It is a force of attraction, force of attraction between two bodies in universe. So what is it? So gravitation is what? Gravitation is a force. It is a force of attraction between any two bodies in universe. So that is what gravitation means. Any two bodies in universe, any two bodies have force of attraction between them, but that is known as gravitation. I will clear that why you will ask that if this marker and this marker is attracting each other, then why they are not intersecting each other. So the reason behind it is this force of attraction is very less because their masses are very less. So that's why this force, that's why these two bodies are not attracting each other. Okay, but the force of attraction is acting between these two. Okay, I will clear it later also. You will understand why by formula I will explain this phenomena, that why these two markers are not attracting and colliding each other. Okay, I'll explain. But let me first explain what is gravitation and all some identification, means some terms what are related to gravitation. After that I'll explain what is the reason behind it. Okay, so let's understand. So gravitation is clear, that is the force of attraction between any two bodies in the universe is called gravitation. Now after that one more topic is there, gravity. What is gravity? Another heading is gravity. Gravity, what is gravity? So gravity means the force of attraction, the force by which Earth pulls any body, towards it is called gravity. So the force of attraction, the force of attraction by which, or the force by which Earth pulls any body towards it is called gravity. Means it's a special case of gravitation. It is also, this force is also gravitational force only. But in case of Earth, if Earth is also pulling any other body, that's why we are able to stand on the Earth. Why? Because Earth is also pulling us. Means there is a force of attraction between me and Earth, or between any object and Earth, so that we are able to stand on the surface. Okay, so gravity is the special case of earth, but the same thing is it is like gravitation is, this is the force of gravitation only in case of earth. So the force by which earth pulls or attract any body is called gravity. Understood? Like this if I leave this marker, it will falls down towards the earth. So what is that? It is the gravity only, force of attraction by the earth on any body. So that is called gravity. Understood? I hope up to here it is clear. Now I will tell you more about gravitation. So let me explain it more about it. Now what is gravity, what is the universal law of gravitation? I will tell you, then it will be more clear. What is the Newton's universal law of gravitation? Newton's universal, here let me write here, 1 minute. So what is universal law of gravitation? It states that the force of attraction of gravitation or the gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the two bodies. Suppose there are two bodies. One body is this one is the second body of mass m1 and m2. And if the distance between their centers, is r, then this force of attraction, this gravitational force of attraction, it is what? Universal law of gravitation. Universal law of gravitation. Newton's universal law of gravitation. So according to this law, the force of attraction between the universal gravitational force of attraction between the two bodies is directly proportional to the product of their masses m1 and m2, product of their masses m1 and m2, and it is inversely proportional to the square of distance between the centers of these two bodies. Okay, distance between these two bodies, no. So distance between the centers of the two bodies is called universal law of gravitation. Means the force of attraction between the two bodies in universe. Gravitational force of attraction between the two bodies in universe is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between their centers, or distance between them, square of distance between them. So when you will combine these two, what you will get? You will get F is proportional to m1 m2 upon r square. Okay, when you will remove this proportion sign, F equals to, it would be G m1 into m2 upon r square. Okay, now where, so this is the formula for F. Okay, where G is universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant. You know that this, when we remove this proportion sign, then some constant comes after the removal of this proportion sign. We write equal to a constant quantity, that is what? That is capital G. So this capital G is called universal gravitational constant. Okay, and this capital G has a value, that is what? 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. So this G has value 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11, and its unit is Newton meter square upon kg square. Its unit is Newton meter square per kg square. You can find also the unit from this formula. How you can find the unit of this formula, I'll tell you. So let me explain how. From here you can find G equals to this r square will multiply this side, so f r square, and this m1 m2 will come in divide, so m1 into m2. So how you will find the unit? So see, unit of force is Newton, unit of distance, this r is distance between the centers of these bodies. So what is this? This is meter. Distance can be measured in meter, so it will be meter square upon m1 into m2. means kg into kg. So that would be kg square. So unit of G is Newton meter square per kg square. Understood? I hope up to here it is clear. Okay. But some more things I will tell you, that this Newton's force is always act towards its center. Means this body will attract this body towards its center. Like our earth also pulls the body towards its center, not on the earth, not downward. Generally we call that earth is pulling it downward, in downward direction. No. Actually earth pulls any body towards its center. For example, suppose this is our earth and suppose here one body. So this earth will attract it not in downward, even it is attracting towards earth. Suppose one body is here, so it is not attracting downward, it is attracting it towards its center. So always any body attracts another body towards its center, not in downward direction. Understood? So earth also pulls any body in downward direction. So the earth pulls any body towards its center. Okay, so these masses are attracting towards this side. Suppose this M1 is attracting this body towards its center, and this body is also attracting this one towards its center. So any body, this universal law of gravitation, according to this law, this force of gravitation always act towards the center of the bodies. Center of the another body which is attracting. Understood? So that's why we call it the center oriented force. Okay, and it is also called universal inverse square law. Why we call it inverse square law? Because it is inversely proportional to square of distance. Inverse square law. Why we call it inverse square law? Because this force is always inversely proportional to the square of distance. So inverse also, square is also there. That's why we call it inverse square law. Why? Because if anyone asks question that why it is called inverse square law, so you will answer that this force is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. That's why we call it inverse square law. Understood? And it always acts towards the center of the bodies. Okay, and this law also act on action reaction. Action reaction means this M1 is attracting this body towards its center, so this M2 is also attracting it in this direction. Means this M1 is attracting this body in this direction, so this M2 is also attracting it in opposite direction. So it is acting like action reaction pair. Okay, so that's why it is called, it also follows Newton's action reaction law. That is third law of action reaction. You have studied law of motion, so that also it follows. Okay, so up to this is the universal law of gravitation, and gravitation also I have explained, and other terms we will discuss in another video. Okay, study well. Take care all of you. Bye bye.